it makes me ill. It makes me really, really sick. It makes my heart hurt so much to see one human being suffer. When I feel the pain of my own experience, and then I know how many others are experiencing pain the same time as I am, and know throughout history how many people have been suffering. When I see people homeless, and nobody wants to pay attention to anybody homeless 20 years ago, but we want to kind of look at, oh, maybe we're going to feel bad about people losing their houses today. And then I see some people coming up with solutions, but they somehow say, we never had a homeless problem. It makes my heart so painful. And then when you see people in pain, in the future, because you kind of warn people, things are wrong. Houston, we got a problem. And people always say, you're just a conspiracy theorist. So then when somebody gets harmed, like in my future now, like when I watch Japan, it's almost like, well, I told you so. But then it's almost like I don't care about them when I do. And I know, without a doubt, there's some really wealthy people that are going to be equally as harmed as anybody in Japan. They're really wealthy right now. They're really enjoying their great life. Kind of pisses me off because they don't want to listen. All of these people that don't want to listen, and then when they get hurt, somehow there's kind of a little piece of joy there. But not really. Because it's like now they're feeling what I feel. Now they're in my shoes. Now they feel the pain that I feel. There's no joy in that. It hurts my heart just as much to see even one person suffer. At what point in time are we going to say, this isn't a theory anymore? When the Gulf hit, there were some really wealthy people there that, now they lost their business, now they lost their livelihood, and it's like, well, we told you so, but you didn't want to listen until it hit them. And then they're screaming for help, 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 nobody's listening. And it's like, well, they didn't listen to people in Haiti. Katrina, that's the way we do things, is we don't pay attention. So now we're seeing the same old friggin' pattern. Went after the Gulf, it's like, will this wake people up? Will this make you see something's a little wrong? No, we went business as usual. Now we got Japan. So I'm sitting back here, okay, it's really, really bad, but I'm seeing the same pattern. It's like, is this bad enough that we wake up and say something's a little wrong? But it's back to business as normal. First thing the government did was start funding the businesses again. Start funding that corporate structure that's doing everything wrong. But, it makes me ill every time I see donate, 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 donate. And it's like, who owns all the freaking debt in the world? Which country is owning the debt? That they want their debt back because they were in debt and they kind of need money, so they need to collect on all the debt. And it's like, nobody's got any money. The whole friggin' globe is bankrupt. Why are they bankrupt? Because of the corporate structure, because of the whole political structure, because of the whole justice structure. The UN is a friggin' joke. That's the corporate structure right there. We go to war for our corporate structure. Everything is the freaking corporate structure. Is it a conspiracy? No. Everybody wants to feed their families. Everybody wants a job. It's how you make your living that's friggin' wrong. We think we got an energy crisis, and it's like, no, every time that you say shut your lights, you buy 20 more products that you need to plug in and recharge. Create a new invention. Get rich. Be creative. Warren Buffett, you're freaking nuts. Because it's how we earn our living. You want to donate to Red Cross, but hell, do you have any idea how much that same government just pumped in instantly to the economic system, where it could have put into food? Get rid of friggin' Monsanto's. We need some farmers, because if farmers actually were working, we'd have how many less people homeless, and we'd be eating healthier. But we got a corporate structure there that wants to own food. It's illegal to grow your own food. Have seeds. So I'm wondering, do we have enough people suffering yet? Is this going to be the last catastrophe, or do we have to have another one? Does it have to be bigger than this one in Japan? Because it's coming. We already know that getting our energy from nuclear power is dead wrong. We know that there's a lot of earthquakes, a lot of things that are happening that nobody seems to know about. Isn't it best to just shut that off? Let's have a plan. Can you live without your power? Can we start funding some of this free energy that's definitely out there and safer, but nobody wants to fund it? But that would get people working. It would take exactly 2 seconds to change direction, as long as we start funding differently. Small businesses, people that have great ideas, that don't need to get friggin' wealthy over it, but just earn a good living out of it. But nobody wants to fund it. You see all of these movie stars that have a ton of money, that want to do all of this UN, take kids away from families, don't give families money or opportunity to earn and keep their own kids. No, take their families into a nice little rich celebrity life where you'll get nannies to be the parents, and there's no real parent there taking care of them, and think you're a good guy. Instead of doing that, fund some of these great ideas. We've got systems that can clean up all of this toxic waste. We have more than enough poison on this planet to kill ourselves more than 9 times. When are we going to start funding some good ideas? You want to stimulate an economy? Stimulate a completely different structure. It takes a completely new mindset to change everything. That mindset can show up if you want to fund it. Talk to some people that are insane. I would be one of them. I know a few other insane people. Don't fund the same structure. Fund something completely different. If it sounds like an insane idea, sit at a table. Get to know what a good idea looks like, because your mindset can't see a good idea yet. You need to understand what a good idea would look like. We can change this instantly. It took thousands of years to manipulate people to do things that are wrong. Do you know it actually takes 2 seconds to change that all around? Because we all know what's right. We just don't have the opportunity to do what's right. And it's these people at the top. You need to starve them. I personally would go without eating for 1 month. I would go without food, electricity, everything for 1 month, if that meant we would fund a completely different structure. And guess what? I've gone without food for 3 months. I've met people that have meditated for 3 months without any food. When the mind is strong, the body is strong. They do say that you'll die if you don't get food within a very short period of time. That ain't true. You talk to somebody who's anorexic, they're still alive if they don't eat. And yes, I went a little anorexic when I didn't eat for 3 months, but you know what? I lived. So if I could live without eating for 3 fucking months, I could do it for 1 month if it meant we changed all of humanity. We just have to decide, do you want to die tomorrow? Or can you let go of some of your electricity so that we can rebuild? There are ways. You just got to be open to it. You just got to demand the new way. When you see anybody with a big bank account, point your finger and say, you're insane. You don't know how insane you are. You know, if we all started doing that to every single CEO and say, you're fucking insane. You look like the guys running, these nuclear power plants in Japan who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Every CEO is just like that. Every politician right now is just like that. You need a completely different structure. And it doesn't mean that it's not there. It means you have to listen to that completely different structure. It's do or die time. Is this the last catastrophe, or do you want to see some more? This is not a theory anymore. This is a conspiracy. A conspiracy of stupidity. It's time to get a little smart. Peace out.